gentlemen, welcome to Hithadhoo Stadium for today's match of the AFC Challenge Cup Maldives 2014 between Turkmenistan and Laos. Here are
Первый матч имеет огромное значение. Это начало турнира.
This is very important in the tournament, and we will do all our best for the result.
This is match number 3 of the 2014 AFC Challenge Cup, happening here in the Maldives. Today we are at the Hithadhoo Stadium, or Hithadhoo Football Stadium as it has been rebranded. And the temperature today in Hithadhoo City around about 30 degrees Celsius. Yes, this is the Japanese head coach of Laos, Norio Sukitake. And he today is opposed by the head coach of Turkmenistan, Rahim Kubal Madadov. Today's officials from Korea and Bahrain. The referee is Ko Hyung-jun, and the assistant is Lee Jong-min. And the assistant referee is Muhammad Jaffa of Bahrain. Fourth official is Jamil Mohammed. Hithadhoo Football Stadium in Hithadhoo hosting this Group B match of the 2014 AFC Challenge Cup. It's Turkmenistan against Laos. Match commissioner from Lebanon, Bashir Abdulkhalik. Referee assessor from India, Walter Edward Pereira. And the general coordinator is Eugene Ho from Korea Republic. Later on today will be the Philippines as they take on Afghanistan in the night match. That will be at the Mali National Stadium. And the absence of striker Phil Younghusband and defender Rob Keir. Younghusband was the tournament's top scorer in the 2012 AFC Challenge Cup held in Nepal. That was when the Philippines finished third, while the 26-year-old also topped the scoring charts with 5 goals in 2 games, as the ex-Gulls qualified for the 2014 edition here in the Maldives. But after scoring the only goal of the game against Turkmenistan, Younghusband was then sent off after picking up a second yellow card, while Gear was also cautioned for a second consecutive game, meaning the pair will miss today's meeting with Afghanistan at Hithadhoo Stadium. Turkmenistan then facing Laos at the Hithadhoo Stadium. Turkmenistan, who qualified for the 2014 edition, is one of the best second place sides Despite the defeat by the Philippines, they have lost the previous two AFC Challenge Cup finals to DPR Korea. Laos, who lost their last warm-up game 7-1 to the Maldives last Wednesday. They qualify for their first ever continental tournament as one of the best second-place sides. Semi-finals of the AFC Challenge Cup will be happening on the 27th of May when the Group A winners take on the Group
Let's welcome the teams of Turkmenistan and Laos. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the teams of Turkmenistan and Laos.
We are in the beautiful Hithadhoo city here in the Maldives as we welcome you to the second day of competition in the 2014 AFC Challenge Cup. And here at the Hithadhoo Football Stadium, it's Group B action today as Turkmenistan takes on Laos.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the pleasure to invite the chief guest, Abdullah Mufid, legend of Hithadhoo football and former captain of DNC football team, president of FAM, Mr. Ilham Ahmad, president of Maldives Olympic Committee, Mr. Mohammad Shaweed.
So the two teams will be introduced to the dignitaries for this afternoon before the singing of the national anthems. There's the Laotian captain, Kitsada Suksavan. Current temperature inside the stadium, 30 degrees Celsius. It's another hot day here in the Maldives. The officials today, 2 from Korea and 2 from Bahrain. Now the Turkmenistan team, led by the goalkeeper, who is the captain, Nikita Gobanov. So the formalities complete.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthem of Turkmenistan. The Laotian national anthem will be next.
สู่ความพัฒนาสนุกกันเลย
They can't quite get through the public address system. The Laotian national anthem and the boys doing a great rendition, a cappella style of the Laotian national anthem. Well done. The match will begin in earnest very, very shortly. The Hithadhoo Zone Stadium was previously known as, rebranded now as the Hithadhoo Football Stadium. As we take a look at the Turkmenistan team, led by the experienced goalkeeper Nikita Gorbanov. Is 30 years of age, plays for Balkan Football Club. Just like the Laos side, there's a good mix of experience and youth. The front line for the Laos side, only one experienced player in the form of Campaign. The other two, Kodi Savan and Sukapon, are youthful strikers. As always, before the start of play, the two teams have one for the album behind the official motto of the competition: don't delay, play. Kitsada on the right and Gorbanov on the left. Ko Hyung-jin, the man in charge. His assistant Lee Jong-min, also from Korea. Second assistant referee is Muhammad Jafar Salman of Bahrain, and the fourth official is Jamil Muhammad, also from Bahrain. Well, they have introduced water breaks for the afternoon games due to the scorching conditions. Well, yesterday in the Group A, Myanmar got off to a flying start, defeating the host country, Maldives, in a pulsating 3-2 encounter after Palestine had got off in the afternoon with a last minute effort against Kyrgyzstan. Sikitake, only in charge of the Laotian side for 3 months. So we're ready then for the action here in Group B of the AFC Challenge Cup of 2014. Rahim Kubermadinov, 50 years of age. His third spell in charge of the Turkmenistan national team. First helmed the side in 2003 and the second spell in 2007 right through to 2009. The referee Ko Hyung-jin gets the game underway here at the Hithadhoo Football Stadium. Turkmenistan all in white, and the Laos in the red strip. Turkmenistan, the two-time runners-up of the competition, both times falling to GPR Korea in the finals. First foul there committed by Jumanazarov. Laos with the first opportunity, rather tame, allowed time there for the man who conceded the free kick to clear away, Jumanazarov. It's an early shot there from the 27-year-old striker, Camping. This one goes over for a goal kick. So going through the lineup then for Turkmenistan, so Gurbanov with Soyunov, Jumanazarov, and Orazov and Hamariev in the back line. Durdiyev, Abilov and Baramov in the midfield, along with the Hithadhoo, Durdiyev and Atayev. Laos plays with Vatana in goal, Gitsada, Sechon, Buntavi and Singdao following the back line. Putase, Lambo, Tini Bumale and the Kunsavan, along with Sukapon and Camping, making up the rest of the starting 11. Later on tonight, the other two teams in Group B take to the field. Philippines against Afghanistan. Fatana Kyodongdek thrust into the big time. Just 18 years of age, the Laotian keeper. Only his third international outing. Plays for Lao Toyota FC. Just keeping out the more established keeper, Singatit Somvang, who is on the substitutes bench, along with Singpachan Puntisan. Both the reserve goalkeepers with the more experience than the one fielded here today. And so there is a flag up for the front man of the Turkmenistan, it's Hithadhoo. Both Turkmenistan and Laos qualifying for this tournament. As the best second place sides from the qualifying competition. Buntavi. There's a great deal of communication going on among the Laotian players. It's a much quieter Turkmenistan side. Just looking through the qualifying tournaments in which Laos staged in Vientiane in March last year. They finished second in the group behind Afghanistan. After drawing with Mongolia 1-1, they went on to defeat Sri Lanka 4-2 before another draw with Afghanistan. So they have 5 points. And the Turkmenistan were in the Group E in the qualifying section. After defeating Cambodia by 7-0, they lost the second match against the Philippines by 1 goal. Thus finishing behind the Southeast Asian nation, but still managing to qualify for the tournament proper here in the Maldives. Electing to pass to Konsavan, not the best of options at the time from Matini Bumale. Suryunov. Durdiyev. Disappointing effort from Kunsavan. Just 19 years of age. He's already scored 2 goals from his 9 previous outings. He's a member of the Laos Police Club. But just like Myanmar, the Laotian side, very, very quick. And Myanmar certainly caught the Maldives side by surprise in the opening minutes of last night's encounter. Laos hoping to do the same here against Turkmenistan. Crossing by Suryunov, too close to Vatana. Well, the Japanese head coach of Laos, Norio Sukitake, who has publicly stated that since this is the first international tournament for his side, they have a lot of young players that come here to learn. They don't quite understand what's an international game, but maybe they will know after this tournament proper. This is the team that is one for the future, he says. Laos, who on the Wednesday were defeated by the Maldives side by 7 goals to 1 in the friendly match. But maybe one that shouldn't read too much into that result. Perhaps not wanting to show too much to the Turkmenistan side and the other nations here in the Group B as to their capabilities. After all, it's only a friendly game. Keeping their best under wraps. Laos have another corner. Kunsavan is the player in charge. Drills it high and wide again. And Gobanov hasn't been troubled at all in the past 9 minutes of play. And Ozorov. Kunsavan on hand to clear. Played back by Hithadhoo to the keeper. Abelov. Minutes now into the first half. Nothing much in terms of goal mouth action. Cautious approach adopted by both teams. As we Look at the previous effort from Hamrariev. Wasn't controlled by Abelov nor Galdiev. The semi-finals of this edition will take place on the 27th and 28th of May. Group A winners taking on the runners-up of Group B in the first semi-final on the 27th, and the Group B champions taking on the Group A runners-up on the 28th. Galdiev very much faster than Sukovon. There will be a third and fourth placing game for the losing semi-finalists. That will be on the 30th of May, with the grand final scheduled for the 31st. This is the fifth and the last edition of the AFC Challenge Cup, organised of course by the Asian Football Confederation. Not only will the winners take home the title of being AFC Challenge Cup champions, of course they will move on to the bigger one, the Asian Cup in 2015 next year in Australia, where they have been already drawn in Group D, where the other countries awaiting them will be Iraq, Japan and Jordan. There is a big carrot being dangled in front of the 8 participating nations, as Vatana, reading the situation well again, comes off fastest ahead of Bukhadov. Jumanasarov wins the header. It's picked up in midfield by Lambo, who loses out to Abelov before it's won back again by Sechon. Goalkeeper Gorbanov very nearly found himself in a spot of bother. Baramov with a long searching ball. Good play there on the part of Konsavan. Possession only brief for Laos. Galdiev. Singdao putting his head on the line. Tini Bumbale. Turkmenistan on a couple of occasions now found themselves a bit short in terms of manpower in the back line. The Laotians, known for their speeds, might have an opportunity later on to trouble the Turkmenistan defence. For now they come again. Oh, the header rebounded nicely then for Durdiyev, who was unfortunate not to be able to control it. The best opportunity in the first 15 minutes falling there to Turkmenistan. They come again to Atayev. Now Hamrayev. It's a poor ball. "15 minutes now. No goals as yet. Kitsada. Now Buntavi. Well, for the third time now, we've seen a Laotian effort. Goes way off target. Latest time from Tini Boumale. Coach Norio Sukitate has also said that his Laotian players are very short and is worried in the comparison of the physique between the two sides. He knows that the Turkmenistani sets are a much bigger lot, much taller. But he still acknowledged that every team has a chance to qualify for the semi-finals. Abelov finds his path blocked there by Lembo. Last night saw the first sending off of the tournament. The Myanmar's defender send packing in the 22nd minutes. Myanmar having to play majority of the match with 10, but still came up tops against the Maldives side. Nail-biting finish when the Maldives captain, Asfaghali, scored a goal to make it 3-2. Very much in the dying minutes of the game, but not quite enough for the Maldives to get anything out of the match. And they have an important one coming up tomorrow, and they play the side that lost to Palestine, Kyrgyzstan, in a do-or-die match. Abelov. Singdao. Atayev. Just losing his direction. 23 years of age. Ahmet Atayev hasn't scored a goal for national side as yet. And now his 6th outing. DPR Korea won their second title in the 2012 tournament. The teasing cross, come shots. Goes away from Vatana. That time from Hamrayev. DPR Korea also won the Fair Play Award in the last edition. The Golden Shoe, as I mentioned earlier, was won by Phil Younghusband of the Philippines with 6 goals. And the MVP of the tournament was the DPR Korea player Pak Nam Cho, who was the runner-up in the top goal scorer contest with 3 goals. Couple of Turkmenistan players did manage to get themselves into the team of the tournament in the 2012 edition. With the players from DPR Korea and the Philippines well represented as well. Here's Abelov. Durdiev's attempted cross, met there by Putasei. Turkmenistan finds Durdiyev again, hoisting it into space. Well, the shooting so far has not been of a high standards, as Hithadhoo, the latest to try his luck from range. Another youngster in the Turkmenistan lineup, Hithadhoo, just 20 years of age. Down goes Orazov. Durdiyev. Still Durdiyev. Goes right to Soyunov. Well, Vatana has been pretty steady so far. We're about to enter the halfway point of the first half. Laos on the break, and on the case of the smaller built Sukapon going to ground rather easily upon the challenge by Soyunov, who collects the first yellow card of the afternoon. The young Turkmenistan defender, 23 years of age, Soyunov. Wasn't about to get away unscathed, following his challenge there on Sukapon. Look at the difference in height between the two. Sukapon now takes up position. 3 in the box, waiting for this free kick. It's direct, and Gobanov, the whole of his body well inside the goal. Got that one rather easily in the end. Confirmation of the yellow card to Didar Durdiyev for the first booking. Plenty of yellow cards in last night's match between the Maldives and Myanmar. Total of 7, and half a dozen were in the direction of the Myanmar players, plus the red card, of course. Only one Maldives player was booked. So losing his focus there, Buntavi concedes the throw to be taken by Hamrayev. Plenty of ground for Hamrayev to launch this long throw into the Laotian penalty area. And it's a good throw. Referee awarding a corner here to Turkmenistan. Well, for once, Vatana was left a little uneasy as he came and just got a briefest of punches onto the roof of the goal. That's why the referee has awarded the corner here to Turkmenistan. It's a crowded penalty area, and look at the number of bodies inside the 6-yard box. Well, for the umpteenth time now, we've seen the efforts that sail way over the targets. The latest there, Dovled's Beramov. Turkmenistan have appeared in this tournament on 3 previous occasions, 2008, 2010 and in 2012 as well. And for Laos, who qualified on the 21st of March last year, this is their first outing in the AFC Challenge Cup. The hosting rights for this tournament were first given to the Maldives on the 28th of November in 2012. There were a couple of occasions when the Maldives gave some doubts to the AFC whether they will be able to host this competition, but they've come good in the end. Tournament is underway, and the match here in the beautiful Hithadhoo city. We are at the Hithadhoo Football Stadium hosting this Group B match between the Turkmenistan and Laos. 5,000 is the capacity for this venue. It's compared to the 13,000 for the main venue, the National Football Stadium in Mali. Amraev backing there into Kunsavan. Laos have a free kick. Way ahead in terms of fouls for the team in white. Muhadov waiting for support. It's a long ball, and Vatana collects it for the second time of asking. There's the big man out there, Durdiyev and Gaudiev, attempting to put pressure on the young Laotian keeper. And now he is asking for treatment. Medical staff will have a look here at the 18-year-old Vatana. So there's the water break. Just a minute short of the 30-minute mark here. They're just about time for the two sets of players. You have a gulp of the water. Time also for the two coaches to give further instructions. It's Norio Sukitate engages his captain, Getsada, in talk. There'll be a second water break in the 75th minute of play. Turkmenistan's current FIFA ranking is 156, down 14 places. They were once ranked 174th. That was in September of 2007. Their highest ever was 86th in April of 2004. comparing it with the Laotian side, currently at 174, highest ever 134th in September of 1998, and the lowest was 194 in August of 2012. Certainly the game needs a goal to liven up proceedings. Coach Norio Sukitate goes back to his seat after getting his message across to his captain. Now Lembo. It's a very fine challenge from Juma Nazarov. The big defender winning his 4th cap for his country, 26 years of age, Juma Nazarov. Got to the ball all right. No match the time, put to say. Now Laos have a chance to put this one in. And he's just missed it. Well, Kampeng sent through their time. And the 27-year-old couldn't oblige with a goal. Let's see what Laos make of this corner. Still the fouls tally chalks up for Turkmenistan. Laos remain with just that one. Whoa, that's a critical finish. And he has made amends in the most stylish of ways. Kampeng Sayavud produces a moment of genius, acrobatically converting and giving Gorbanov no chance at all. Just a minute after missing. Kampeng this time finding himself in lots of space and with the acrobatic bicycle kick. That totally stunned Gorbanov in the Turkmenistan goal. Well, the Kampeng readied himself, steadied himself, and in the end it's a jam of an opening goal for Laos. For the 27-year-old, it's his 8th international goal in his 23rd outing. He plays for Angchong Football Club. Trying to entice the Turkmenistan side out of their shell and go for the positive. As Ketsada, the captain, stops the cross there from Gaudiev. Under 10 minutes to go in this opening half. Laos conceding another corner, this time from the far side. Easily away by Seyshon. Soyunov throws. Goes back to Anna Orazov. Now that Jumanazarov. Beramov running into space. Maybe not quite aware of the presence of the Laotian player behind him. The man of the moment, Kampenga Sayavut. Away by Kinsada. Kansavan unable to keep the ball in play. Now Atayev. Hithadhoo. Flag up there against Sukapon. Abelov shot charged out by Singh Dao. And they'll have another go here. And it's Buntavi in the way this time. Getting the ball away from Beramov. Picked up by Jumanazarov. Atayev. Back to Jumanazarov. Well, maybe Abelov will blame him on the bumpy pitch as his attempted cross. Largely disappointing. Not only for that particular moment, but the various instances where they tried to pump in those high area balls. Very often they're not getting on the mark and hardly troubling Vatana. Kinsavan. It looks like the Laotian player ran into his opponent. This was no foul at all. The brief appearance in the opposing area from the defender, Singh Dao Intalat. Keeper combining well. Not giving Durdiyev any chance of a breakthrough. Five minutes to the break. Soyunov's header. Baramov. Another time the goal scorer campaign was blatantly checked. The referee's whistle did not go. until a couple of seconds later.
Нет, 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 0-1 проигрывают.
Well, the campaign
Да.
really sends a sprawling there by Juma Nazarov as he joins his fellow defender Soyunov in the referee Ko Hyung-jin's book. Well, the free kick has been given away. Well, it comes off the post and it's headed in. Turkmenistan have found the equaliser that time. And it has been converted by Dovlet Beramov here in the 42nd minute. Well, the initial shots coming off the crossbar and the rebound falling kindly to Beramov, who couldn't quite miss with the header. There was the first shot from Abelov, packing a lot of punch. And there's the kind of rebound to Beramov, turning it into an empty goal. And the Turkmenistan, all their efforts culminating in the header there. Well, the rebound certainly was very kind for Turkmenistan, coming off Vatana. Goalkeeper didn't know too much about that. And Beramov secures the equaliser 3 minutes before half-time. Turkmenistan are level with Laos. It's one apiece. Dovlet Beramov, the veteran, is 31 years of age. And he has given the Turkmenistan side something that they have been clamouring for all of the first half. Hamrayev, an early ball in. Away by Putasey. Juma Nazarov. Dini. Sikapon, the 22-year-old. In his 22nd outing for his country. 6 goals behind him on the international stage. For the man who plays for Pitsa Lunak in the Thai Division 1 Football League. Campaign back to his healthy best after being brought down by Juma Nazarov just a couple of minutes ago. Soon it will be half-time. And the Bahraini fourth official says there'll be 3 extra minutes to be played here in the first half. As Seng Dao throws for Laos. It's Soyunov who clears. Maybe picked up here by Ketsada. Goes back to Vatana. Amrayev finds Abalov. Sikapon. Nicely to Putasay. Stout defending in the middle of the park by Gaudiev. Well, the goal scorer Beremov just registering his complaints to referee Ko, who shakes his head, perhaps just wanting the Korean official to give a yellow card to what Beremov perceived to be an offence by a Laotian player. Referee just sorting out the challenge by Durdiyev on the Vatana. Just 30 seconds away from the 48th minute mark, which is where the first half should end. Turkmenistan have one last chance. They've got their two tallest players there, Gaudiev and Durdiyev. Buntavi conceding his latest corner. There is the half-time whistle. And after Laos had gone ahead in the 33rd minute through a bicycle kick goal from Kampeng Sayavut, order was restored 9 minutes later when Turkmenistan equalised through Beremov. And that's the way it stands in this Group B match here at half-time from the Hithadhoo Football Stadium in the Maldives. The AFC Challenge Cup Group B tie, half-time. Turkmenistan 1, Laos 1.
Not yet.
Welcome back then to the Maldives and to the Hithadhoo Football Stadium for the resumption of this Group B match in the group stage of the AFC Challenge Cup 2014. Turkmenistan 1, Laos 1 at half-time. Laos opened the goal scoring through Kamping Shayavut. And it was Dovlet's Beramov, the 31-year-old veteran, who equalised for Turkmenistan 3 minutes before half-time. It looks like Turkmenistan are about to make a change in personnel for the resumption of this match. Number 17, Abidjan Astanov. We'll just await further confirmation as to whom Astanov replaced at the start of the second half. For now, well, there is the confirmation. It's Atayev who has gone off, and in comes Astanov. All eyes on referee Ko Hyung-jin, and he gets the second half underway. Laos attacking the goal to our left here in the second half. In just under 4 hours' time, the next match here in the Group B will be played. Philippines against Afghanistan. There were 2 yellow cards in the first half. Both went to Turkmenistan for their defenders Soyunov and Juman Azarov. Hithadhoo with the throw. The AFC Challenge Cup competition goes back to 2006. Its inaugural year, and Bangladesh were the host nation. The winners of that tournament, Tajikistan. The goalkeeper misses it. Oh, the referee has pointed to the spot, and has penalised Hithadhoo. And again, it's Beramov who has made a nuisance of himself in the penalty area, and Hithadhoo interlot. Just putting paid there to Beramov's chance of trying to have a strike at the Laotian goal. There was the challenge. The shoulder. Strong shoulder challenge there by Hithadhoo. Rahim Kumabanov's side looks at here to make it 2-1. just 4 minutes into the second half. And the player with the ball, Didar Durdiyev. Well, should he score, it will be his first international goal in this, his third outing. He's just 20 years of age, Durdiyev, as he faces the 18-year-old goalkeeper, Hithadhoo Stadium. Everything in place. And the big Durdiyev focusing on the job at hand. And scores to put Turkmenistan 2-1 up. A penalty with not too much frills, but just getting the job done and making sure that Vatana is a beaten man. Straight down the line. And Turkmenistan have come from behind to lead 2-1 here in the 49th minute. Turkmenistan defeated by DPR Korea both times, in the 2010 and the 2012 in the final. In the 2010 it was on the penalties after a 1-1 draw after extra time, and in 2012 DPR Korea beating Turkmenistan 2-1 to take the title. Now Laos have got work to do. Soyunov so getting his goalkeeper Govanov to take charge, which he duly does. So looking through the MVP players down through the years. So Turkmenistan finds the side netting this time after Vatana misjudges, and it was Abelov who plants his effort into the side netting. Well, in 2006 it was Ibrahim Rabimov of Tajikistan who won the MVP award. Then comes Bajun Bhutia of India in 2008, and the last two editions, both MVPs went to players from DPR Korea, Ryang Yonggi in 2010 and Pak Nam Chol in 2012. Well, the top goal scorers down the years in 2006 was Fahed Atal of Palestine with 8 goals, and DPR Korea Park Song-cho was the top scorer in 2008 with 6, and Ryang Yonggi with 4 goals in 2010, and Phil Younghusband of the Philippines top scoring with 6 in the 2012 edition. More defending for Laos. Seberamov takes charge of this corner. Well, he'll leave it to Astanov. Seishon. And Muhadov, the shuffling bench. Turkmenistan like to pack the goal mouth. And it is Anna Orazov who has been asked to cut out the shuffling and the pushing. But they will get it again, I'm sure, once the referee turns away. Well, Turkmenistan have got another one, and Vatana is baffled as to how the ball landed in the back of his net. Well, was it a direct in-swinger from Astanov, or was there a touch from Anna Orazov? But they're all rushing to congratulate the substitute Astanov for what they saw as a direct flight of the ball into goal. Let's have another look. Well, the goalkeeper did manage to get a hand to it, and he got the ball onto the back of Juma Nazarov, who didn't know too much about that. Well, whatever it is, it's Turkmenistan who have edged further in front. Well, not quite the 60-minute mark, we're just past the 55th minute mark. There's Durdiyev charging forward. There's another look at the incident. Many were left ball watching. And Vatana beaten for a third time this afternoon. Strong start by Turkmenistan upon the resumption. 2 goals in the space of 10 minutes. Well, let's just not discount the Laotian side as yet. There comes the free kick. And for moving way too soon, Muhadov is the third Turkmenistan player to be booked. The youthful exuberance of the 20-year-old Suleiman Muhadov. Totally uncalled for, the booking. Cleverly he moves away from the wall now, as the free kick is drilled along the ground and out to safety. Taken there by Le Kunsavat. Vatana happy there to concede the throw. Cleared the time by Kitsana, the captain. Picked up by Sugila. Pitasai. Hamrayev. Far too skillful there for Sukapon. Turkmenistan now in total control as the game heads for the hour mark. And there goes another opportunity. Not taking the time by Muhadov. Try to guide it past Vatana. Unsuccessfully so for Muhadov. He got booked just a couple of minutes ago. Kinsana then with the free kick. Abalov on the charge. Confidence all round as Durdiyev attempted to get his second goal of the afternoon. Only manages a corner in the end. Shot marking Geldiev. Referee spotting an infringement. Awards a free kick to Laos. Turkmenistan calling the shots in a moment in the total charge of this game. Camping robbed from behind by Geldiev. Jumanazarov. And Orazov. Needed a touch, and Bukhadov just a little off their time. Turkmenistan and the clear. Vatana goes on to yet another shot from Durdiyev. They're coming from all directions. Sikapon. Buntavi. Or a static and Orazov. Supplies the safety first message and heads it out for a corner. The shot is charged away. And Laos have another corner coming up. Straight there into the lower abdomen of Shoyunov. Laos press. That is Shoyunov who got ahead to it. Raised boots on the part of Putasek. Puts pay to Laotian hopes. That one too close to Vatana. The goalkeeper snatching at the ball again. Abelov's head. Now Hithadhoo. Back to Abelov. And off Hithadhoo. And Orazov. That's Stanov's cross. Away by Seyshot. Hithadhoo, ample time to clear. Shoyunov. Now Jumanasarov. Durdiyev finds Hamrayev. And all of a sudden, there are so many options open for Turkmenistan. Kunsavat. Now Kampik. Sukapon. Turkmenistan always a step faster. Hamraev. Now Jumanasarov. So Turkmenistan. Just about dictating play at will. Referee not about to show the yellow card to Putasek. Well, he has had a change of mind. Now he goes back to Putasek and will book the Laotian midfielder. He's the first player in a red shirt to be booked. That's an awesome tackle from the Putasek. Singapore with the throw. Finds Hithadhoo. Slipping it through to Kunsavan. Two to his right, but Durdiyev goes left. Not a clean strike from Abelov. Hithadhoo got away nicely. Kunsavan now. The goalkeeper stood his ground, surveyed the ball all the way. Laos certainly have been packed back, just can't know where to go as far as attack goes. The Turkmenistan side have elected to bring off the man who equalised for them in the first half, Beramov. Will be replaced by Fahad Termazov. Beramov makes his exit from the far end of the field, and it's Termazov looking for his first piece of action straight away. Still Termazov helps on the ball there to Durdiyev. And a push into the back of Hithadhoo. Hithadhoo still in the hunt for a goal. Remember, he is on a yellow card, along with Suyunov and Juma Nazarov. The Turkmenistan camp put aside, the latest to be booked. Turkmenistan's biggest win in an international match came on the 19th of November in 2003, and they defeated Afghanistan by 11 goals to 0. They're coasting along nicely in the final 15 minutes of this match. And Gobadov, all the credit to the big man, the 30-year-old, keeping a passive watch on the game. Goes down well to stifle the effort there of Gini. Now they come again. Itamazov. It's a foul called on Muhadov. Well, the water break comes into effect now. A little past the 75-minute mark. It's Sofa Sinsana who comes on for Lembo for the first change for Laos. Laos do have another injured player, their goal scorer, Kampeng. Well, it looks like it's Tini Bumbare instead, who has been stretchered off. Play resumes with the goal kick from Vatana. Gauriev. That ricochets of Abilov for a goal kick. As we look back on the equaliser there from the Beramov. Offside call on the Durdiyev on the far side. It remains. 11 minutes of this contest to go. Turkmenistan look to hold on to seal top spots at the end of the 90 minutes. And until the Philippines and Afghanistan play their match later on tonight. They go looking for another goal, and down goes the man. And the decision going the way of Laos that time. Durdiyev pushes away Kampek, concedes the free kick. Sekapon. Now to Tidi. Sepa, the substitute, for trying to backheel the ball. Hamrayev now. Kinsana, the captain, with the intervention. Put aside. Now to sink down. Tini. It's fouled there by Muhadov. Time for another change. This will be the last for Turkmenistan. It's Abalov. Will be replaced here by Hoja Abedov. Itamazov. Well, he was trying to provide a helping hand there to Durdiyev, who had arrived and unfortunately couldn't quite measure it to perfection. Hamrayev. There's Itamazov. And Durdiyev nowhere near. They're trying to tell Itamazov exactly where the ball should have landed. Hoja Abedov. Time but nowhere near from Astanov. Durdiyev. Chifong Siong, the second substitutes for Laos. He has come on for Putavi. There's Itamazov. Let's go number 4. And the route is almost complete now. Itamazov. This time is the provider for the second goal of the afternoon for Durdiyev. And Durdiyev immediately comes across and thanks Itamazov for his efforts. Still managing to get a ball through. Much more difficult task this time for Itamazov, but he did it well. He took it past Singh Dao. And this time finds Durdiyev with ease. And Durdiyev makes it 4-1 to Turkmenistan with just under 5 minutes to go. Didar Durdiyev now joins Kao Koko of Myanmar on the 2 goals each. As the last of the substitutes, Kamla Pinkyo coming up for Singh Dao. There is another one, and Vantana, his confidence now totally gone. That is the substitute Hoja Abadov. And that came off Vantana. It's a fine strike from Hoja Abadov. Let's not take anything away from him. It caught the goalkeeper on the way in. And Hoja Abadov is a happy man. He's got his first goal of the competition. And Turkmenistan have now got 5 on the night. This evening sets in here in the city of Hithadhoo. Shades of the Laotian defeats to the Maldives by 7-1 just last Wednesday in a friendly. But now be on the back of the minds of the men in red. They certainly don't want a repeat of that scoreline. There's already a mauling of sorts, 5-1. They just want the final whistle to sound. It's not too far away, just 2 minutes from the 90-minute mark as Juman Nazarov clears. Sopa to Siong. It's a foul by Sikapon on the Suryunov. Being tapped on the ankle there by Sikapon on the way down, Suryunov. Well, he got that onto the back of his head, Buhadov. two other teams in this group, Afghanistan and the Philippines. They'll be very much wary now of the threat here from Turkmenistan. And they will certainly try to get their campaign off to a winning start later on tonight. It's Amazov's cross. It's away by Seong. So we have arrived in stoppage time at the end of the 90, and Turkmenistan nearly claiming half a dozen. Well, there were a couple of players who were there on hand to try and guide it. One of them, of course, was Durdiyev, after Muhadov had missed. And Durdiyev trying to launch a diving header without much success. It's Amazov. Arazov. Durdiyev. Not quite full time as yet. Almost there. We've played the first of the 3 minutes. We're in the stoppage time. As Sechon clears. Sopa fouls his man. So you know, runs rings around Sopa. It's been a baptism of fire for Vatana. Tini Bumaleng coming down injured. We have a real turnaround in the weather. The scorching heat when the game started, it's now given way to rain. And it's a happy occasion for Durdiyev. He's got 2 goals. This man has provided the assist for goal number 4 of the afternoon for Durdiyev. Well, the 3 minutes have been used up here in stoppage time. And there is referee Ko Hyung-jin's final whistle. It's a resounding win for Turkmenistan after having fallen behind in the 33rd minute through Kamping Sayevut strike. But after Beramov made it 1-1 at half-time, the floodgates open in the second half. Goals from Durdiyev. 2 of them, 1 a penalty from Astonov, and Hoja Abedev has given Turkmenistan a resounding victory here in the Group B, the opening match of the AFC Challenge Cup of 2014. Final score, Turkmenistan 5, Laos 1.
The final score is Turkmenistan 5, Laos 1. The next match to be played here is between Philippines and Afghanistan tonight at 9 p.m. Thank you.
AFC
games.
Насколько важны эти 3 очка в вашей команде в этой первой игре?
Конечно, это первая игра.